Yes, we're back right in the queue. Your man was late today.
Aye.
I was counting the winnings for last week.
You got it up?
Got it up last week.
From this morning?
I got it up.
I got it up every morning.
Gets
Depends,
How come you were late?
Snow.
Went right in the back of somebody?
No.
Nothing to do with traffic?
No, there was an old lady. Shouldn't be driving.
An old lady?
Shouldn't be driving. Scared to go down the hall. And she's got a big traffic jam. Unbelievable. Just scared to go down. She was at the tap rail. Can understand she was halfway down.
Do you know get in the helper, Chippy?
No, he's not
Get into the motorway and help
doesn't get his hands
I went down and pumped and waved
Doesn't
at
do
him.
anything
Turned
for
right.
free.
Pumped the horn and turned right. And pumped something.
Do you know nearly crashed last year?
Aye.
Down the hill?
Aye.
It was up at Blythewood Square.
What were you doing up
What was I
there?
doing up
What were you
there?
doing up there?
And then I just turned the corner. Aye. Oh, I was a lucky boy. So I was.
And what, the brakes just went?
Aye, I'm a hopeless driver. I'm like driving with Miss Daisy. I'm 2 mile an hour.
Aye.
Aye. But I was going down that hill and I just used to early. I just shut my eyes, hope for
Oh,
the
that's
best.
what you do.
Aye.
Did
I'm
you see
not
the
good.
two in it? Yeah. Cheers you up. That cheers
Aye,
you
it does,
up.
aye, they've always got a
This
story,
turn
aye.
the steering
coming
wheel in and do this.
Is it?
Size a long time with that.
Shut the eye.
Aye.
What is it he does with the
Hope for the
steering?
best.
What is it you do with the steering wheel?
I don't know.
No, it's a gear stick,
They
innit?
tell you what to do.
I tell you,
and all
you've got to
Aye.
drive, you've got to turn it into it.
No, man, I just shut your eyes
I don't know
and
what
hope for
that
the
means.
best. That's
They tell you to turn into it, I don't know what it means.
But Simon,
turn it both ways.
until something happens.
like that movement there.
Yeah, well,
So
no.
somebody that deals just not unbelievable. Grosvenor Sport.
Oh,
they've
they've got the gritters out in Glasgow just now, Grosvenor.
Have they?
Aye, they've got the gritters out,
There's
mate.
one short because they're bringing my winnings for last week. That's what it is.
So that means you. No,
go up.
first one. So you obviously.
You were
Simon-
stuck on the council gritter all day, the shit
Aye.
all day, weren't you?
But anyway, Grosvenor Sports. I mean,
Oh, you want to get that out of the way, don't you?
He loves this thing, doesn't he?
Yes, aye,
He's a proper ambassador for Grosvenor, isn't he?
what a week hasn't it been? Non-stop. I get put through my paces.
Why?
Oh, he's done a...
We did everything, but
We did.
an embarrassment. Simon, would you agree?
No, I wouldn't say embarrassment.
What do you mean put through your paces? Tell me in terms of what? Football? Training?
Getting back to...
What? Right.
You getting back to fitness?
Still running around Ibrox?
Who's training you?
Big Kev.
Like,
Big Kev's chasing him with his top off.
He's a specialist.
Big Kev
Specialist.
puts barbecue sauce out his back and chases him.
Let's
One of
I
his
want to hear
vans.
more about this.
One of his vans.
aye. But anyway, on to Grosvenor Sports.
What are you talking about? What van? What's
your-
the big fella
Kev's
got?
got a van in it.
I think Bob Malcolm's got a van.
Aye.
you know.
Mate, he's a man with a
Aye,
van.
I know.
Try not me down, mate, remember?
Like Bob tried to knock you down?
Have you not heard this story?
No, I don't.
Mate, I've told that about a million times.
Right.
Why not tell it again?
Once more, because I've...
But when I was... Can I tell that, Paul, can I?
Well, tell it, you fucking broken record.
No, I'll tell you after the show, because that had been fucking overused.
He used to cycle at Clydesdale and Bob Malcolm tried to hit him in his van
Aye.
when he was on his bike.
I'd have done that as well. I'd have tried it. I would have.
What was it you said you seen
Door.
Bob doing in the van? With the ice cream machine, what was it he was doing?
Strange, but I don't really like what he was doing. I'm not going to go into it, Simon.
Big flaking over it on the 99s.
Raspberry.
Right, there we go, come on. Grosvenor Sports, Simon. Get double the odds on your first sports bet after you sign up. Winnings paid in cash.
You
Also,
missed that full stop there, didn't you?
full stop, sorry. Aye,
That
good.
means a
good.
pause.
We pause.
Go on,
Aye, we pause.
Why don't you do it again?
I was going to say full stop.
Why don't you do it again?
Right, here we go. Get double the odds on your first sports bet after you sign up.
Pause.
Winnings paid in cash. Also,
We're done.
would you
That
do
was an
that?
exclamation mark, so you should have emphasised the point.
That's it.
Told you,
Good English,
clever
mate.
boy.
Sign up at gsport.com/open goal.
We're done.
And what does the slash mean? He's going to piss in your gob. He's going to take a slash in
I've
your
got
gob.
a story about that.
Oh, wait, he's got a story about that.
But I can't tell that one.
What, Slash?
Aye, it's your pal.
Just tell him before name.
He used to play up front with you.
Right.
Played
Wait,
for both Celtic
right.
and Rangers.
What was the story?
No, I can't see on it. It's no.
No.
Aye.
That's one for a Sunday in the Booze or that.
Definitely.
Can't wait.
We done that at the Hydro, didn't we?
Hey, by the way, see before you go, talking about the Hydro,
Yes.
we shout out Josh Taylor.
Brilliant.
Brilliant.
What a
Saturday
weekend.
night. Did you see him, mother? Did you see that?
St. Eights, was it St. Eights last night?
Aye.
Denny's been he's a monster, isn't he?
Show him, go, just gives a wee bit that.
So you've been watching him?
You think he's got speed? Just gives a wee
Go on,
quick.
son. Go on, son.
Come on, just a wee bit.
This is why-
for the boxing Saturday night. So how do you think Josh Taylor will win it?
I've just got it.
That's you just
Oh,
quick.
brilliant.
No, but you're better when you
Aye,
do.
it's double jab.
Oh,
A wee double jab there.
what was that boxer Butterbean?
That'd be nice.
Aye, the big guy.
Arston chin up in it.
Hey, what talk about boxing? What about Muhammad Ali when he said to the boxer Joe Fraser? He says, "I've got the quickest jab ever." And he stood there and he says, "You want to see it again?"
He never got that.
Last,
He never got it. He just did a fair. That's how I
I looked at him. I get it now, but I get it now though. He's already got the jacket. Any other stories about
How's your week been? Anything happened this week?
No, it's been alright.
any shagging?
I'm missing my golf. Missing my golf, can't play golf.
How?
How? Because I thought I snow out there.
I know, but it's only a day. Has it not been just...
Nah, it's been horrible weather.
So what have you been doing instead?
None. Walking the dog, he loves it.
He lives the life, doesn't he? So you just sit at the house all day?
Sitting. Chill, watch
With the
the
ankles out the
telly.
head?
Telly.
Still doing that?
Aye. It's a stretch, it's called.
What about you, Derek?
I know that exactly.
just looking after my wife and my wains. Aye.
Your mains have grown
What
up
do you
and
mean looking
gone
after
now.
him?
But they still need looking after. So do they.
So do you.
What do you watch on the telly?
What do I watch on the telly?
Question of sport.
No. I don't get
Football, he
that.
did nothing about football.
No, bit of titch and all that, you know.
Aye,
I'm on mind. Tits, man. He just heard the tits and he was like,
Aye.
just like usual, it's just sports. I love all the build up. We're talking about the boxing. I love all that, the build up to it.
What, the
I mean,
gloves are
last
off
week,
and that?
last week was brilliant.
Aye.
With Brooke and that was what a fight it was.
You look like wee Barry McGuigan, didn't you? Right, did you watch the boxing?
Oh, it was mad.
Kel Brook's
Wasn't
good, wasn't he?
Aye.
Kell Brook was, but a fair play.
Take it fit again, I retire. I retire now.
Fair play he can. But, you know, he was getting a doing, but he still come, and he
He's
still
usually got
come
a glass
back
jaw,
out.
Chan. He usually, Chan, he usually goes down, doesn't he? But
Oh, but he will.
Kevin not get done running, but he's even
Still
his
sugary
shoulder.
legs.
He
and
was
that.
getting interviewed, his shoulders and that were all bruised.
Oh, what about the
Backing
nick
him.
they were in? The nick that they were in was unbelievable. So but I hope the two of them retire.
it's funny, I watched that on Saturday and you look at the night there and I seen the complete opposite on the Monday.
And
I suppose there's a
right,
penguin at Hampden.
There was a penguin getting tested at Hampden. But I think that Hampden phoned the RSPCA. They actually thought he was a wild animal running
So-
about Hampden.
Guys are running a bit trying to get it.
So take me through what happened.
We can't, it's all
Oh, right.
coming out.
I'll come it. Oh, he's dirty
You
laundry.
can't tell it because
Can't
it's all.
tell,
So on
We'll
camera.
send you it. We'll send it out.
We chasing a chicken in the park with you.
Rocky.
Rocky, aye.
What's the best?
No, you were choking the
Yeah.
chicken, weren't you?
Do you know what I'm
Saturday
saying?
night, aye. What's the best? Have you ever seen some? So talk about the boxing. You ever seen some scraps in training?
football?
In football, in the training pitch.
Okay.
I had a few scuffles. Never punches thrown, but a few like head to heads. Not never.
aye.
Not never thrown.
I saw a lot of them earlier.
The funniest
Rangers.
one for me was when I came up with Celtic. Tommy Burns and Mick McCarthy, it's a mismatch.
No way they fought.
Two of them. Every game, half time, they had each other. It was, and it just was so passionate about winning.
Who would
It
start
never, it never came to scraps. It was just the two of them. People had jumped in. I was like, I'll leave them alone. It was like after a couple of weeks because they were so passionate about winning. If somebody done something, you know, they were just verbal. And
Big Mike would have taken Tommy as well,
I
wouldn't he?
picked him up and flung him. But Tommy was
Game for it, was he?
Wee ginger, wasn't he? What a name. Brilliant. Good temper.
What about you?
So it was good fun.
I mean, we used to have.
John and Lewis here, a few
We used
domestics,
to.
didn't
We
they?
used to train out at the Albion, just across Firebrook. So the punters were in, and there used to be fights most weeks. I can remember that.
With the punters.
Sometime I can remember one with Shuggy Burns started it, and it was a big melee, and all the players were in. I would get into it. No, I was just young. I was 16, 17. I was into it, but I think it was Big Peter McCloy. He just grabbed me and just pulled me out and says, "You come storm with me, son. Just let them go on there." Big Jimmy Stewart, aye. And that's in front of the punters and all that. And then obviously the one everybody talks about, the one with Souness. And Vigilante, does Vigilante in training. And Vigilante gets up and was like, "Is that your best?" And, you know, and Souness was raging. I belted Souness with the ball, and then the next thing, that was a Scotland against England, and then we're all at it with each other and all that. But Souness loved it.
Coisty game as well.
Oh,
I'm sure Jimmy Nichol told me when we interviewed
what
him.
have I told you about Coisty? Don't that. Coisty is a lovely guy. He's
Charismatic.
everything, right? But I tell you what, there's an edge to that,
Aye.
man.
So have you seen him punch somebody?
Aye, I've saw Mark. Oh, by the way, you don't want to mess with Coisty. Aye, Coisty can go a wee bit.
Scrap.
Can he?
Aye. It's quite there's ones that would surprise you. No, but I love that about Coisty. I love that about that he had an edge to him.
Have you seen any fights about it?
Our captain at
Aidan and-
Swindon, Gordon Greer, used to
Go for it if you want.
punch cunts, mate. If they weren't doing it,
Brilliant.
he was in a few scraps with a couple of strikers. Training would be going up, then you
How
look
long
back
was-
and Gordy'd just be
Aye.
How long were you at Swindon?
4 year.
Was it?
5 years,
I was
sorry.
there for a month. Brilliant.
What do you mean?
I was there on loan for a month.
Did you go to that place
John
on
Gorman,
the main
David-
road?
John Gorman,
Did you go to the
David
place
A.
on the main
Gorman
road?
had John Gorman at MK Dons.
Brilliant.
Did you go to the place on the main road?
Aye, all the time.
You done it?
There's a lot of Norwegian people. I always want to get everyone into a sauna and all that. It was great. Good
What
place.
about you? Right.
As I say, a few scuffles, few.
You're still fighting down the streets, aren't you?
Aye.
Still did it.
That was impressive.
Still
That
street
you just
fighting.
done earlier.
We're half an hour in, we've not
boxer.
spoke about the football yet.
No,
that's
we just
gone,
keep
no, that's
talking.
gone.
There's another happy guy in it.
You're in charge.
We hard man, Stephen Robinson.
Is he?
Supposedly.
Don't know.
Street fighter.
Is he? I was a good manager.
Always hard.
Aye, done a great job. at Motherwell.
Somebody
I
caught him.
thought that.
He had Stephen Craig in a headlock in his office, but they're both naked, so I don't know if they're
Aye. It was meant. Aye.
Be surprised by that appointment. Obviously, St Mirren have paid money
Well,
to
it's one that went under
get him
the
out of
radar.
Morecambe.
It's one that went under the radar. I think last week we were speculating, weren't we? And there was a few names that were bandied about, and I didn't even realise. There you go. That he was it Morecambe?
Morecambe,
You were telling
aye.
me, you know, so I think he proved himself at Motherwell before, and he is a good manager. He knows your game inside out, and it's
He won great year at Motherwell, didn't he?
Aye, but you're talking about the other ones. We were talking about Kevin Thompson, Naismith. There was maybe a one or two others.
Scott
I mentioned
Brown
Paul
was in it.
Hartley, who you
Scott
went to
Brown was in
interview.
as well.
Scott Brown again, because his situation's
Aye.
difficult. I think up at
I
Aberdeen.
think he would definitely go into management. But,
aye.
yeah.
But with the appointment which St Mirren have made, I think that's more kind of in safe hands.
I
Because he
thought he
knows
was
your
moving
game.
back to Jack Ross, you know that? I thought he was moving.
But Jack Ross go back there, but I don't think so.
Better than a job in it.
How did it end though with Jack Ross? Did it end smooth?
No,
fine.
I'm good. Good.
Listen, I would take it if he was there, but I don't know if he would go back. But the one that we spoke, everybody's been talking about, like Kevin Thompson, who's doing a great job in that, but he obviously just new to the management game. Scott Brown never done it. Naismith never done it.
There's a great combination. Scott
Brown.
Brown. Aye, good.
I know, but
aye.
who's your number two? Who's the number two? I think both of them would want to be there in man, do you think?
No, well, Pygmy Brown's still playing, isn't he? Initially, it could be that.
Aye, no,
It could
but
be,
that's right,
again, the role that he's doing at Aberdeen could have been the same thing. I don't know.
But that's what I'm saying.
Here's a question. Would you have walked? Would you have walked to Aberdeen if he wasn't a player?
Would you walk to the management team?
The management got him up
Aye.
there, didn't he? He'd have walked, wouldn't he?
Aye,
If he was
he'd
that
have had
player.
to. He'd have been relieved of his duties. I'd have thought. Because he's got that playing contract. But that's how I think it's quite a difficult one for him, because he was part of that team. Now he's just there as a player, you know. So it's how does he feel about that? Because he'll feel a responsibility in it as well.
Possible.
But it's a hard
No,
one
but
for
it's
for
the same.
Scotland.
So are you in the know? Has he went on to Jim Goodwin's coaching staff, Bruni? Or
I don't know. I don't
he
think
is.
so. Has
so
he?
he's just back to being a player?
I think took
player.
Sharp up, didn't he?
I don't know.
Sharp?
I think Jim will speak to him. He'll speak to him and say,
Oh,
"Look,
I've caught
you know, if you want to carry on doing it, I think he'll let him do it. He's not be number two or nothing, because he's still a player, but he'll learn more off. You know, he'll learn off Jim.
I think he did have that. I saw on the paper that he had the meeting with Scott Brown. You know, because I think that's the first thing you do as a manager. You want to go and speak to the captain, the captain of the club, and just get a wee feel for everything. So maybe he's been
I hope
get a
so.
wee gauge
Maybe,
for him.
maybe continue what you carry on doing what you're doing, but only play better in the park.
He's told Carver to stop blowing kisses to Lewis in the front row.
Aye.
He's banned
Aye.
that.
got to stop.
And that does need to stop by the way.
Showing
He used to
Showing
need
his
to stop
backside.
talking about it.
But yeah, back to my point 10 minutes ago I started.
Right, so no, so you did.
I've been
What are you talking about?
I've been grubbed this morning.
You want to do it again?
So with these young managers, listen, hats off to them. It takes big boys to go to be the main man. Not if my hair's that bad, I would take the hat off. But Neil Lennon, barely his name's been mentioned, and what he's
We
running the
mentioned
game.
him, but we mentioned
We
him.
mentioned, but just overall, I don't know with these teams, were they considering him or is he in the line for
I'll
it?
give you another one that I never even thought of. He's out of the picture. And I saw him on Sunday. I like him. Big Craig Levine. Big Craig. No, what do you mean? But look at what he's done in the game. Right,
What's
he's been
he
away for a
done
while.
again?
Experience.
He created new strikers. Played the Scotland.
Aye, but
Craig,
Man
give
City
me a
play with that.
What was the last
Oh,
Hearts-
Scotland's no
Hearts-
Man
it was
City.
a
There's no
Hearts
good
fiasco,
club.
wasn't it?
Right,
Well, that being
before
said,
you
yeah.
get getting off your nut, right, I'm just saying there's another name, you know,
Well, that
that
being
that's their
said-
experienced manager, and we're talking about Neil Lennon.
But I'm just surprised with the Lennon one. I just think
I tell you what,
he's
it's-
running with Hibs and stuff, and he's doesn't seem. I know we mentioned him, but it doesn't ever seem if he's.
I was working with him on Sunday, and I was critical of Diallo, young Rangers boy comes onto the park. It's 19, you know, and it was a stage where Rangers were chasing a goal, needed a goal, and the boy came onto the park and he
He
said
said
he
that in the
was in
podcast,
another place, you know, and he was ambling about and he just wasn't at it, and Craig Levine was really protective of him, you know, which he says, like, kind of in his managerial career, he kind of, and this was when we stopped working, we were walking down the road, that he says, I'm always protective of young boys because they need that. They need. So, and I was coming for a different way, because I was like, I can't believe he's not at it, why is that? But he was more protective.
Player, it's a loan player, so you shouldn't be protective. He either does it, he doesn't. Getting him on loan, it's not, you're enhancing his game time.
But what I'm
If he's
saying
playing, if he's not playing, he's not. Manager will take him.
I'm saying him being a manager and what and his work at the top, he deals with younger players differently than he does with kind of the mere experience.
I get that you've got to look after players, but he's on loan. It's a big difference. He should be coming into that team. You don't bring a player in on loan to not play him.
I see what you're saying. Like, why do you pay money for a guy who's
30?
Okay, no, but I'm saying Stephen Robinson he had a one good season with Motherwell. When you can get a guy who's won the Premier League numerous times, done well at Hibs, sitting there for free. So why is Lenny not getting considered for these jobs?
I don't get it. I said to you, it'd be high up my list as well. It's a safe pair of hands.
But how do you know he might have got a phone call and he said, no, I don't want it.
See, that's we're not privy to all
You're not
that.
privy to that. So I would imagine Lenny's going to be in the forefront of most of them. Managers that come
What's
up.
he doing at the minute?
I think
Vacancies.
he's in a bit of Sky now,
Is it
isn't he?
Sky? I thought that. But yeah, I thought that's why I was just throwing another name out there, because sometimes
Maybe
we start to think, well, that's it.
Might be enjoying it because that last year at Celtic was, it's hard on him. So he might just be.
He might be enjoying the time off.
Aye.
Could be.
Derek, see, you obviously mentioned Galloway Dundee United. What do you make of that performance with Rangers v Dundee
I
United?
thought they played well. I thought they played. I tell you what, it's the best game I've watched in the last 2-3 years. Easy. And I'm saying last 2-3 in a long time. It was brilliant for the first minute to the last minute. Not just Rangers, Dundee United, at times backs to the wall, but the way they defended was unbelievable. So it was Big Charlie cracking the jokes after the game as well. Brilliant. Aye, it was good. But he played well as well. Bodies in the line. But they always were a threat, United, because of the two up top, McNulty and Watt. And it was, they always, because Rangers and the fullbacks were going high up the park and they were leaving 2v2. And you just thought, just even one ball or a wee quick counter attack.
It has changed, man, Bronco, since the Celtic
Slightly,
game.
They've got knocked the heads together in the dressing room. The players had a good conversation, probably with the manager as well. And again, they've just tweaked it a wee bit. And that's what I've seen, that the fullbacks going a bit higher up the park, taking part.
Was there glaring chances?
Oh, aye.
Aye.
It was brilliant.
Across the box, it was defended.
6-yard box, it just would take all. It was unbelievable.
Morelos scored a few.
Penalty decisions.
He was just getting that ball.
Aye, it was I know a lot of Rangers punters out there will be like, come on, what you talking? But it was a brilliant game.
Yeah.
You watch. I really enjoyed it. But it was brilliant. And that's for both sides. And that the wee boy Levitt in the middle of the park.
Good football player, isn't he? Like him a lot.
Forget about the good football player. You ought to see what else. Did you watch the game?
Nah, I was in the pub.
Dirty side, he was putting he
watching.
was flying into tackles, he was getting back, helping his fullbacks, defenders, doubling up and all that. He was excellent.
Fair play to Tam Courts, because they were on a bit of a bad run as well. Dundee United for a stage, and he's kind of...
He's too happy, he's too positive, that guy. What's happening with him?
Who, Tam?
He's unbelievable.
To be fair, since we met him at game, the fortunes have turned. You told him a few things, didn't you? You told him a few big words, and I think he's been using them.
You call him Thomas or Tam?
Thomas,
aye. I think he responds better to Thomas.
I just call him T.
I actually liked him, really liked the guy, so I think he does well. And he has changed it. He can't always go and play this nice football. It's about putting him on.
And I tell you what, he was lucky. They were lucky as well. You had to, sometimes you have to ride your luck, and they did. But it was a magic game.
He was at fault for United's goal, wasn't he, Big Hallander? What were you thinking? Big Hallander.
He looked a bit off it.
It was his first league game back.
He put a challenge on the guy, just wanted it more, didn't he, the header?
Big Ross Graham.
He just wanted it more. I thought, I wouldn't have blamed Hallander. He was, I don't know, did he do that zonal marking?
No, just the boy Graham just what you says.
I seen the jostling, but
you've just
he
seen
jumped and the guy just beat him.
You've just seen it.
You can't blame that really.
No, but a lot of teams don't.
Nobody does.
He just got a wee bit of run on him to get earlier.
I don't know if you could blame the man. I don't know if you could blame the boy for that. He just got beaten here. Simple.
All right.
It's when it drops down, there's nobody near them. That's when you blame the defence.
Sorry, you go.
On you go, mate.
No,
on you go.
Sorry.
Go.
So with Celtic, is there a wee bit of worry with the European game and then scoring a late goal with Dundee, is it maybe that stage a wee bit worrying?
Nah, I tell you what a boost it gives you with Celtic. What a boost it gives you when you score in the last minute. The more you do that, the better, because it's just, if you win a game comfortably, it's great, but if you get that wee edge, you know what it's like scoring in the last minute, it's like winning something, and I think, listen, let's be honest, I think they deserved it. They deserved to win. The boy up front, Giacomakis or whatever, I hope that's the right pronunciation, but he put himself about. When he first came, I thought he was going to be an Ayeti because he didn't run about. And he's got himself fit now, and he's making runs, and he's eager, he's hungry, and he just wants.
I'll tell you what, I didn't expect that underneath the tap when he took it off.
One of the sexiest players I've seen in a long time.
It's like him taking the tap off, isn't it?
I know,
so sick.
They're all like that,
You were licking, you said your dad was licking the telly when he took his tap.
You were grabbing to get him off it. My mum was trying to do it.
Can you get in?
But see, like saying they're not in the cell, even the European game, they were still getting.
Aye.
Had a lot of ball on the edge of the box. It was maybe just the wrong decision at the last one. That comes down to players, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Aye, and I don't know, is that a wee edge maybe that Celtic have got that Rangers haven't they now, that I think they've dropped 4 out of 5 maybe?
The last 3 away games, is it?
Last 3 away games,
Drop
no,
points.
and have had the much better chances where Celtic are getting that wee.
On the Rangers, I'll go back to, they couldn't have done any more to win a game.
Yeah.
They just, that wee bit of luck just wasn't there for them. I didn't watch the Celtic game,
I know.
because I had to go out with the missus. I'd go out with the missus and
Shopping.
I'll do that.
Do you
What, a zipper? Do you get a zipper?
Hold on, do you not go out shopping with the missus?
No.
Do you not?
See with Rangers,
No,
see when
I do it
Kent,
myself,
see like
I do it. See what?
Derek, I get what you're saying, but see when Kent's on this sort of form because he's playing really well,
Aye.
but he needs to add
needs to
goals
do-
now, doesn't he? When
I mean,
they sort of games.
Besides, we've said it before, he needs to do that every game. He needs to do that. He needs to be 7 or
Thank you.
8.
What's the last maybe 5 or 6 games now?
It was awful against Celtic. Awful.
Aye, but since
then he's been really good.
He was excellent in that on Sunday as well. So
He's got to
it's
do
a
it
part of his
every
game.
week.
Of course, he can improve on, but
It's
some of
game
the
what I'm
things
talking
he's-
about. Mida, I think in general play maybe Kent's a better player, but when the ball
Abada's a
goes
perfect
wide,
man.
Abada, sorry, what's his name?
Abada.
Abada. When the ball's on there, I always see Kent kind of hanging out the edge. Getting that, be that
the
second
box,
striker, that's when you'll get
Aye.
more dirty goals.
Aye, so that's it again. We don't know the instructions.
What is that being asked to do?
To Van Bronckhorst, that's what Slaney's talking about. The wee tweaks. I see the full backs a wee bit higher. Ken, I'm like you. I like to see him just roam a wee bit, and get
I like to see him good in the
wing.
wing cross. I mean, he's only done it once or twice.
Oh, no,
You think,
he was
why are you not
brilliant.
doing that all the time? He always seems to want to cut in.
I tell you, I'd always have a Kent in my team.
Yeah, no, but I
I
agree.
know, I know.
But I would like to see him get more dirty, get in the box and get dirty goals.
Of course, you always want more.
Yeah.
You know.
A man with dirty goals, isn't it?
I'm good.
No, dirty knickers, that isn't dirty goals. Where Celtic got Hibs on Sunday.
Sunday morning.
Sean's kind of turned it around the last couple of games again.
Aye, like as I
Be a
said,
tough game.
best match on 50 year.
Oh, aye.
Who Sean was.
You back on that?
Back on that track again. He wins, but listen, you need to give these managers time, Simon. See these people say they're going to do well and then back out it. Don't do that. Do you know what I mean? You need to give them time, and I think that was a
Do you
good.
get that time now though?
I don't see why you'd appoint a guy like Sean Maloney if you're not going to give him time with the style he plays. He needs to get a full transfer window into him in the summer. But certainly do that result with Ross County. And then Via Broth, that was a good one because he went down 1-0.
Showed a different side.
Went down 1-0 and it was easy to crumble under that, and he came back to good football. So that'll be a real tough one on Sunday, I think.
Yeah, I think it'll be tough. I think all the games will be tough in the run and many games will have
Business
11,
side.
12.
It's a great
11,
time of the
something like
season.
that.
So it is.
Be interesting to see that game back with Sean playing that way.
Somebody says last week, see when Celtic get beat. Somebody says Celtic just get beat by a Wi-Fi password.
He's no good to get that by then.
It's Bobo stroke Glenn.
Right, wait, what a couple of
Oh,
goals for your
brilliant.
man, Mrs. Doyle and Johnny Hayes' boy. Mrs. Doyle for, that's who his mum and dad is. Mrs. Doyle for Ted and Johnny Hayes, that's his mum and dad.
What strike, by
Jake
the way?
Doyle Hayes.
What a strike.
Some strike, wasn't it?
It was aye. Oh, he's a good player.
He's a good player, he's done well. I think
And
he's
it's
been
funny
there.
how
As midfielder.
fortunes can change, because a couple of weeks ago he's getting pelters because remember the one he gave away?
The one for the
He
throw.
gets caught in possession of the ball, he's trying to play it for the
That was a
back.
superb. I
He's a good
thought,
player. He always has been a good player, the boy.
I'll be so open that game on Sunday, won't it?
Aye, will be. It'll be good.
So open because Sean, I won't. He'll not change.
No.
Get there early. I think it'll be goals early doors, isn't there?
Can Hibs, by the way, this is what I was
think so.
thinking. Can Hibs catch Hearts?
No.
What is it doing to now, 7?
7, I think, but I don't think so.
They've had a wee bit of low hearts, haven't they?
Yeah.
I don't know what Mr. Halliday's saying at the minute.
It's just crying all the time, isn't it?
Can't hear
No,
it,
they're
make him out what
just
he's
creates
saying.
it all the
But,
time.
Cannot make it, he's saying.
But if you look at most of the teams in the league, they've had a wee low. You know, everybody's had it. Aberdeen have had it, Motherwell have had it. They've all had it. You know, so that maybe that's their wee low and they'll come back again. But I think Hearts are the better side than Hibs.
Yeah, so do I. They've got better
They've just
players.
get it back and
I
just a
think
wee
so,
bit too
but if
much.
they don't turn the results around quickly, you know how easy it is.
That's what I'm saying. I think they will.
Sort of into
now.
mid-table again, then, isn't it? Everyone just guarantees that they're going to be third, but
But it's been a
coming
brilliant.
back into it, they've got to start picking up points again.
If Hearts did finish third, I'll let you hit me with one of the jabs.
Hey, okay.
Oh yeah?
Get that big,
Who won?
big what?
No, I want Josh.
Josh Taylor.
to come
Not on
in
my
and-
face, though.
No,
Josh
no
Taylor.
punch you.
Not on my face.
Aye.
Josh Taylor.
Josh Taylor.
Josh Taylor.
Take him down to what you want.
Aye, in the ring. I want you to go 2 rounds with him in the ring.
No. 2 rounds, you can't.
I'm in it.
Fuck
Sparring.
that.
Sparring.
What I was going to ask you,
can't
Paul,
run.
what's
You
your
can't
thoughts on what's your thoughts on him out wide left?
Who?
Mida.
Still, he got a couple of chances, didn't he? He got a couple of chances, but
I thought he was playing in the
didn't
game.
take them. No. It's one name. It's a forward line. He likes a big guy, doesn't he? He likes him up
Big
front.
Jake Maki, huh?
I don't know what's going to happen when Kyogo comes back. Because
Kyogo goes straight in.
I know he'll go straight in,
Yeah.
but what's he going to do? I think they've got now. I mean, listen, I hope, and this is no disrespect to anybody else at the club, but I hope we don't see Ayeti in that back in the team because he's not good.
No, I don't think you'll see him again.
There's 3 strikers there that, you know, you're thinking Maida, Kyogo and Giakoumakis. That's the 3. Fit 2 or 1, it's sometimes he only plays 1, you know, so it's he's going to move it about and he's going to change it all the time. He's got players now to change that.
Biggie, yeah, it'll be
The biggest problem for me, the biggest problem for me, he's not got enough in defence to change. He's not got enough to change in the defence. You know, left back's a problem for him.
Who would you play with? Would you stick with what he's been doing with Juranovic left back and Ralston right
No,
back?
I would give Skills a go, honestly.
I quite like Skills as well.
I would give him a go. I'd give him a run because, you know, the boy Taylor just signed a new contract, but it was awful last game. So leave him in and put Skills in, give him a wee run, see how he does. You know, you've always got Taylor to come back in.
Yeah.
If doesn't he? You know, he's always been a bench. You know, that's the same as the other side, Ralston and Juranovic. 2 of them fighting for places.
Ralston's got the most assists, am I right in saying that?
Aye.
I said that was, yeah.
He set the one up in the last 80 minutes Saturday. Brilliant, that desire to get there. 90 minutes, you feel back up and down. That's what we're talking about. So right, talking about tactics, not you need it inside you. But talking about Rangers signing Derek Allen Ramsey. Is it a bit of worry now that he wasn't in the squad, obviously, if he done United? I don't think he's going to make...
He's not even travelled. He's not even travelled tonight. He's not even travelled.
He's not
I seen him run
There's a few
down
he's
Balmoral
not
Road.
been named in the squad, the European squad.
I seen him running through Portugal.
He's injured.
Then he's warm
I
up.
don't know. I don't know. But I thought it would take him at least 6 weeks to even get back in the
makes
group.
sense.
And so,
They've not got that.
and you've got the wee boy. I like the wee boy Lowry when he came into the side.
No, so did I like Alex Lowry.
I felt a wee bit for him when Ramsey's coming in. So we don't. I don't
It's
know
a
his
marquee
situation.
that they've tried to do something and spur everyone in it. And I don't think it's worked because
The one
But
thing
you say it's not one,
fit.
but I think it's brought I think it's given maybe a rebo that wee jag thinking if you're not on it
I
then
wouldn't say
Ramsey
it's not
comes
worked.
in.
I think which again we're not privy to. When he came to the club, I think probably within the club they would acknowledge. I'm trying to think for what I would be thinking about him getting into that side. It would take it 6 weeks.
That's what I'm saying, because Lundstrom,
Aye.
Jack, Aribo
You
are
know,
playing well.
So if we're maybe going, if it comes to the crunch time, the last 3-4 games,
I'm going to tell
of
you,
the season, if you've got a player like Ramsey, the quality that he's got,
Exactly.
he could make a difference. So we don't know.
If he was coming out here, it's all right bringing him out here, but he's got to be fit because a fit Ramsey will walk straight in that team. He'll walk in any team.
So
He's a good player.
But we know he's no fit.
He's not fit.
match
He keeps
fit.
getting injured. So why take him? As you say, it's going to take him 6 weeks. You're not managing, but the manager must say, "Let's go take him 6 weeks to get up to date, up to."
All I would
fitness."
say on that respect is look at the difference Ryan Jack's done. When he's come into that side, by God, he's been excellent, you know, and I can see the players on about him responding. So if he's got issues, and he might have Ramsey, so be it, but it might come down to he might be available for the last 3-4 games of the season. And if it's the Ramsey that we all know about, he might make the difference. We don't know that. This is all the stuff
When it gets
that-
down to the nitty gritty.
the nitty, the business end of the season.
Yeah.
Here's
So
one for
we
you.
don't
We
know.
debate we had in the pub on Sunday. Pub talk when you're steam talking about football. Scotland midfield. Does Jack play ahead of Gilmour now? After the season, after the last maybe 3 or 4 weeks of Bedford.
That's a great one.
Debate.
I would say
is-
no, Simon, just because how well Gilmour's done with
I
Scotland.
think he's got- I
been
think he's
brilliant
got his
since
space
he's
to
been in
lose.
Scotland. That midfield's been
Aye.
he's been absolutely amazing in there.
I think he's got his. I think
But is
he's
he-
got- he's got a
is he
position
playing
to
or
lose.
not?
Gilmour.
Gilmour.
He's a kind
think
of in
so.
and out, isn't he?
No, I think Gilmour's, Jack has been brilliant, but just how well
I
he's
just
done
love the
Scotland.
bit of the steel he's got about him. He's willing to go and put his foot in as well.
Yeah.
And Jack.
Put his
Aye.
foot in.
And I'm not saying wee Gilmour doesn't go into a titty. Well, you know, he's a brave wee guy as well.
a
But
brilliant one,
okay, but I just love that bit of steel. That's what he has to that team. And that mentality, you can just see that. They've missed Davis. You know, he's not been involved. And he's more like a captain coming into that side. You know, and if there's, if it's going to be a bit physical, Jack's there, he's ready
Where
for
what's
it.
happened to Davis? Miss watching him play
Oh,
football.
I know. He's
We're
obviously-
benching, isn't he?
Gio's maybe kind of thinking, nah, he's no.
Maybe
I
one
don't know, he's not
youngsters,
get the
maybe
energy.
try to get
Peterhead to end the
youngsters.
season for that boy. Get him games. Peterhead to end the season. Steve Davis.
Oh, he's a
I think he's
he's
doing it.
He'd run up.
Maybe you're right to play an arm.
He's so fit. He would run up, play the game, run back.
How's he
How's he going to
fit,
oust out of that team up in
No, that's
Peterhead,
true
you
actually.
know?
You need to be sitting watching us as well. Right, we're on the relegation battle.
One of
lads.
the biggest games,
Battle at the bottom.
Battle at the bottom.
Ross County against
Battle at
St
your
Johnstone.
bottom.
Battle of the duds.
Battle for his bottom.
Battle
Who
for
wants
his
to?
duds.
Do you two want a battle for his bottom?
Yeah, the bottom.
No, I think Mark can have his bottom
No,
every
no,
day of the
no,
week.
no.
Ross County, if Ross County beat St Johnstone, they go 7 points clear of second bottom. Now that'll be some achievement because at the start of the season, what a shocker they had. So for a chance at this stage of the season to go 7 points clear of second to the bottom, what a turnaround it's been for them.
Aye, and they've brought the boys up. Hungbo up top. Who's the other boy? The Charles
Cook.
Charles
He's
Cook.
good, isn't he?
They play the three up top. Aye,
Jordan
oh,
White.
the pace and that.
that's a
But they're well
yeah.
organised. You know.
Up to White, they two, bang.
Aye,
Good,
and
it's
they
good,
go. So, aye, and they've made the changes, and they've. I think they're a good side. I actually fancied them last week. I took them, I couldn't. I fancied. I think they'd.
Who, Hibs?
I thought they'd have got a result.
Aye.
I just think they're kind of suited to maybe, you know, playing away for home and that, and because I quite like
On a
them.
big pitch.
Any time I've watched them, I quite like County. So it's an absolute cracker. So it is, isn't it?
It's a big one for St Johnstone, this, isn't it? Must win.
Again, I take.
I can't be.
I'm gonna go
Every game's a must win for when you're fighting down there, isn't it? That's what he'll be saying to him. Every game. You know, but it's listen, if he loses, if St John's should lose, they need to kick on again, man. It's only 2 games. I know it's running out of games, but I think they're doing all right, St John's.
They've turned,
I've watched them,
there's been a big turn in there.
They'll get
I watched
players
them
back.
there.
They're playing well, and by the way, and they've been on the wrong end of some
Aye.
poor refereeing decisions. That's
Oh,
for sure.
haven't we also?
So you're aye, but I know, but they've had that the last 2 or 3 games as well. So you just think their luck might turn. They've got
got a decent
most of their
referee.
squad back playing. But they're still a good side, St Johnstone.
That'll be a
He's got
nervy one, won't it?
to be skipping step now. Carl Davison, he's got to be seen on TV. He's got to be blunt again. So
No, I think he's got a packet of skips in his pocket.
They changed the way they were playing, I know, a wee bit. Didn't they? They became, they says, right, let's just no lose again,
Yeah.
just to get a wee bit of confidence back. And they've done that. Now they've won one, well, they drew a few.
I think
Won a
Hendry's
game.
made a wee difference there at coming
I
back.
liked Hendry.
Uh-huh.
I tell you what, he battles his
Yeah.
corner up top.
Yeah.
And he can finish as well if he's getting the ammunition. I quite like Hendry up top, but they've got in May up there. Look at the players they've lost. They've lost big
Yeah,
players.
big
Witherspoon, you know, going out to that side. Obviously McCann and the other boy that left to go down to England.
Kerr.
So he's had to deal with a lot. So that's it. So he's had to kind of manage his way through that. And it's so easy to just take and I feel sorry for yourself when you're down the bottom. But again, you know, I think it was after that. Was it the Celtic game? I think that's the first time I saw him might
He
might
lost
have
it, didn't he, a wee bit?
a wee bit critical.
Huh?
So they've reacted to it, and that's all you want your players to do.
But Aaron Clyde managers both said the same after the lost you, didn't it? It was just difficult after
But
you.
could never
you
come
went.
back. Look where they turn now.
Where are they?
Championship
Sitting
man, League One.
Who the managers are they?
Anyway, we want to talk about managers, by the way.
Dingus.
Big Dingus, your mate. I mean, that was a good performance for Celtic. You must take a lot of confidence
See,
in
on the
that.
show, you can't call Mark McGeady needs to be Dingus, please.
Right, okay.
So can
And that's came from him.
That's came from him. He wants to
Dirty
be
you talk-
Dingus.
you talk about
Dingus.
Green Marks?
Dirty Dingus, that's what it is.
Mark
No,
McGee.
Dingus.
All right.
Stop saying Mark McGee.
Aye.
Okay.
Call him Dingus.
Dingus.
Right, let's go.
Right.
So what do you mean? Listen, nearly get the point at Celtic, but that must give you a lot of confidence.
Of course
that
it
for
does.
performance.
Listen, forget about it. Scoring 2 goals,
Yeah.
that'll give them a confidence. And they get, as I say, they get beat. You can see the deflated look on their faces when Celtic scored. But, you know, Dingus was up in the stand sitting all warm with his blanket around him. And
Strange, man.
And he'll be up there for another, 5 games?
5 games.
I bet after
game
that.
season's finished.
I'm not going to tell you who told us this,
Couldn't
right?
be relegated.
Somebody
to
at Dundee says that the boy Rusk's very good on the training ground.
Rusk, Harvey.
The assistant manager.
Is this?
Is that the boy that was,
So,
who's
yeah.
the boy that was sitting with
That's
him?
important.
Who's the boy that was sitting with him on the
Who did
stand?
Dundee have before?
Who did have his
On the training ground?
McPake.
Mike Peake,
And who else?
Dave Mackay. He's still there, Dave Mackay.
Right.
I'd be kicked in touch.
Oh,
Dingus will get it. So Dingus brought his game in Guyana.
Simon Rusk.
That's important though, because I'd said obviously Matt McGee kind
Oh,
of.
fuck's sake.
He's I'm right in there, or
Dingus.
By the way, see that guy you're just
How
talking
can you
about?
set a rule and then you...
You
The one that sets.
Why don't we go and start for the Grosvenor again? Say the Grosvenor.
Right, well,
We'll start this
start
over
with-
again.
we'll start again, show, right? So we'll go back to it and I'll say Dingus, right? Oh, but hey, big Dingus, right? He's been out maybe the management game for a few years, so I think it is important not to be naive, not to sort of be, well, I've done this, I've done that. Get the right people in about you.
A modern guy.
A modern coach in there, people maybe respond to it. I'm not saying Matt McGee can't go in there, but I say, of course he can.
Stop! It's Dingus! What's wrong
Smart
with
with
you?
you. Smart with you.
See that guy you're
Back to
talking
Grosvenor.
about? See that guy you're talking about? He's quite, he was quite feisty.
Dingus.
Dingus.
Big Dingus, aye.
Listen.
Wasn't he? Did you hear him before the game?
Oh, hey, doesn't he fucking suffer prisoners, that boy?
Didn't you know?
Suffer prisoners.
He's on the shocker this last couple of minutes.
Yeah,
This is like, when you got to your last performance, it's for Clyde.
This is outtakes.
This is Clyde the Elgin all over again, mate. Do you want a mash bar or something?
Oh my God.
Is your blood sugar
This
levels
is me
low?
against these 5, mate. That last game, last 3 minutes, that's the
Oh no. God.
Oh,
Right, can we get your thoughts on Dingus,
Dingus.
please?
He was a bit feisty, wasn't he? Got a bit emotional. Doesn't like criticism.
no, I hate that.
But do you know something?
Better watch this.
one thing I do know, one thing I do know about him, he'll take it. You know, he gets him in, and he's not scared to ask questions with the boy because Dingus has been great as a player.
But the thing is, as
That's
well,
his name. That's his name.
I know. It's just,
but he's another one to it. I think Dingus is managed like at a proper good level down south. I think he got
He's a
right
good
up to the
player, he's
championship.
good,
So
he's
he's
good
obviously
ideas.
knows what he's doing.
He's got good ideas.
So he's got experience.
He's got
you know what I mean?
experience, yeah. But what I'm saying is, he brought something in, and they say, "Look, we'll do. Just try this." He's not.
Yeah.
He'll not go against it. You know, he'll be open
He's
to
moved
it.
with the times.
Do you know
He's
though,
open to
right?
it. Yeah, of course he has. 'Cause he's got
Right,
to do that.
see, so I've
Still not had his take on Dingus. You just said he's a bit feisty. Sorry to interrupt you.
So
but-
not at all. We'll get me Dingus a wee man, but I'm going to say right. See, a wee second. Right, he's
So you now calling him wee Dingus?
We didn't.
He's big Dingus. He's wee Dingus.
He's wee Dingus.
So yeah, he put me up there
Hey,
twice for
don't go,
calling
what
him.
is it?
He's put me up
sad.
twice there for calling him. See, I hope he wins 4 games in a row and he gets manager of the month, right? Let's see if he calls him Dingus then.
Aye. I'm
I'm
right.
sorting that.
Right. Why? It's his
what's
name. It's his,
Oh, is that what he likes to be called?
Dingus, that's his nickname.
Right.
Did you know that? That's his
I know.
nickname.
I've been doing that.
What was the explanation?
I haven't got a clue. He was called Dingus before I got there.
Right. So take on wee Dingus. Take on big Dingus.
No, listen, I've listened to I've listened to what Mark is saying, and he's right in terms. He's an experienced guy. He's worked at a good level, but when you're going to the business end of the season, which we're in, not to be in the dressing room before the game and at half time.
I can tell you don't even know to say his name.
I know, I'm concentrating. I don't want to make an honest.
Right, sorry. Mate.
But that's a big part of football, is how you influence a game. Not just before it, half time.
Yeah,
when you need to get to players, he's not going to. Big Dingus is not going to be in that position.
But I see Jimmy Mack's got a band just like.
Can't
He can't go
I think you can go in a half time.
You can't.
Can you?
And I think you can now.
Does Jimmy Mack go in?
But I don't know if I've just killed him
I
saying
think
that he's
you
been
can go-
a...
I think-
Ah, fine.
No, in fact, does he come in at half time?
Somebody,
I think he does.
somebody told me you can go in before the game and after or your half time because it's just you can't be in there during the game.
Yeah, I think you're right.
I don't think you can go in at
Yeah, I
half
think
time.
you used to.
Right, is it? I don't know.
They're changing the
I
rules
think-
all the time.
And if you could not go into the dressing room at half time, I think that's a big problem.
You can do Zoom.
But they're all zooming
Can do Zoom. Sit in the stand. We've got Dingus's big head up on the telly. Shout to people.
Suddenly, and we were on.
What song is that?
Zoom.
Oh, Zoom.
Oh, Zoom.
There you go.
I used to like that song.
Mate, Dundee are done because the players are...
no, That's a David Martindale statement.
He does not suffer prisoners, mate.
No, what I'm saying is, I'm not saying it because I think they're going to go down. If the players are listening to this, how are they going to take him serious now? Like, do you know what I mean?
By the way, because if we don't, he'll boot them right up.
I think you'll be the type
No,
that...
I know him, inside
Old
this.
school. Aye.
Did you see the clip
What,
where
the Fergie, I didn't, he worked.
I know him.
He was his manager.
He's
I think
my
he's his manager.
Did you see the clip where I'm getting where they get banned for? Up at Pittodrie when he get put up into the stand.
Nah, he was going to let them have fun, wasn't he? It's brilliant.
Somebody's on the phone videoing him and he's like, get that. That was brilliant.
Aye, he's good fun.
But
He's actually...
But you know why he was angry?
He likes a
The
good
fan
laugh as
called
well.
him Mark and Stradingus. That's why he went mental.
that's why it all started.
That's how it started.
Just before the video came on, wasn't it?
He's up for a good
Think
crack.
he could-
honestly.
Is he a good laugh, is he?
Brilliant.
Right, cutting time, by the way. There's a few
What
hum...
game you got this weekend? Torres.
He's got them all. He's got them all. He's got to go to one game and watch the other one. He's got to do two of them.
There's a few humdingers.
BBC's cutting costs.
There is.
He's got to watch that game and do the other one in Zoom.
Just one look.
Right. Who's want to go first?
Right, come on, son. You've got it. Come on.
I'm going to go with you, Frank.
okay.
Here we go. St Mirren Hearts, old club of yours. I'll be at that game. That's the game I'm going to this week. St Mirren Hearts.
You go there?
I'm going to go to that one.
Are you?
See
My
Andy.
tickets.
Okay, can you sort us out?
Nah. Sorry if you want.
St Mirren Hearts. Who do you think's going to win?
I think it's going to be a draw.
I could be off the waterlogged pitch while Andy's tears crying, just keeps
I
crying.
think it's right.
I
think that might be off.
Right, we'll not that probably not go ahead. Aberdeen Dundee
bet.
United, Frank.
Oh my God, that's an hard one, isn't it? I'm going to go with Aberdeen. I'm going to go with Aberdeen.
Big shout, I like
That's
that.
a draw.
I
Dundee.
think so, innit? I was thinking, wasn't it, that most of them are going to be draws, but
Dingus is Dundee against Levy.
the way they played, I'm telling you, the way they played at Celtic Park, that's a good, I'll go home one.
I think Dundee.
I think so, Dundee.
Do you?
The way they played against Celtic, if they go out with that freedom that they did against Celtic, I mean, why would
Well,
they?
they're a hard team, though.
Mullen against his old club.
They've got good people that love the ball at the feet and going running, so I thought they'd done well against Celtic, so
In
yeah,
fact-
definitely Dundee.
Hibs, last one, Hibs against Celtic.
Celtic was too strong for them, I think.
Oh, I should have. I
Good
can't
crack,
believe
like
he's not asked him the game of the day. Ross County at home to St Johnstone.
Draw.
Oh,
Who's that better for?
I just...
Dundee.
Probably is it, huh?
If they win, aye.
I think it's got to be a draw.
Yeah.
I think there's a few draws in.
Score
You just
draw,
said it.
0-0 draw.
One each.
Right,
There you
okay.
go.
Scorers.
I'm going to, I need to get scorers. Charles Cook and
Did you see
Henry.
that? Dude? Big guy up front.
Big guy up front.
I'll give you your team Rangers v Motherwell.
Aye, I think Rangers are playing well. They played well against Dundee United. Just need to take their chances, be a wee bit better than the final third. Motherwell a physical side, they'll work their socks off, but Rangers, aye. And that'll be coming off a European game. We don't know sitting here what the result's going to be, but it's always difficult coming off a European game. But I think, Rangers.
I'm going to keep it Derek Ferguson themed. Go your old club Hearts against St Mirren, against Hearts.
And I'm going to go draw. I know. I'm saying Hearts have in a wee lull and I'm looking for a win. I was edging towards Hearts, a Hearts win. But I don't know. I watched it, Mum. Well, Slaney watched them and all last week.
Aye.
A hard team to break down.
He's a big guy that get sent off. Is it, man?
Charles Dunn. He's had it
It wasn't a sending off either.
Aye.
It's a ridiculous red card for.
I think it's because he caught the guy before it as well, didn't he?
Aye,
I think that's what the referee sent him off.
Aye, I don't know what the referee was saying.
Yeah, we're fucking Hearts better because we need.
So I'm going to go
Andy
draw.
back on the podcast.
Right, draw. I'm going draw.
Say Hearts. We need Hearts. I think Hearts will win. Right, you're going to draw.
Draw.
We'll keep it in the family. Aberdeen versus Dundee United.
Draw.
Obviously, your son-in-law will be up watching it.
Draw.
Draw.
No, draw.
Aye, I'm going with draws.
Rangers
Aye, because
will.
Aberdeen.
Rangers draw as well.
No. Rangers winning that.
So you went Ross County, St Johnstone draw, Rangers Motherwell, Rangers win, St Mirren Hearts draw, Aberdeen Dundee United draw. Why draw in that game? Why?
Because Dundee United played really well defensively against Rangers. So I saw another side to their game. But they are quite dangerous. They play with the two up top. Again, Aberdeen are at home, so you kind of edge towards them. But I still think they'll be finding their feet under Jim Goodwin. I just think the two are pretty evenly matched. They have been this season. I watched it. There was one of the games earlier. The first game earlier in this season, Aberdeen against Dundee United. Aberdeen dominated Dundee United. But I don't know. I think
a week in the training ground, Jim said them. I think it'll make a difference.
Get them drilled.
Aye.
Talk about finding your feet. You found John Carver's feet at the top of your bed.
Just bump me in bed.
He's not wanting to entertain this one today.
No, he's
something's obviously Carver's obviously
Dave Carver's done so. I think there's been a family
kidnapped.
Something's happened at the family dinner.
Kidnapped.
Carver's farted at Sunday dinner or something.
Maybe he said
Yeah, is it you? You did it, is it you?
I'm just waiting, to be asked.
I'll go with you.
Who's going to ask you?
I'll do this one.
Please ask him about the first result, please. First game.
Yes, I'm going to do it last. I'm going to go with Ross County St Johnstone first.
Deep thought.
Question too hard? All right, you thinker.
Oh, look at him.
Oh,
It's a different side to him, look.
aye. It's a new side to him.
This is when you see it. Look, this is what I take this in. This is a genius at work.
Ross County. Oh, we should put up signs. Well, that's a big one if they pull that off, isn't it?
We win that.
Okay. Dundee Livingston. Wow.
It's a draw right now, all over it. All over it.
Dundee, are they? What's your reasons?
Because nobody will score.
I just think that I think they'll be set up kind of similar, say. Both sort of hard to beat. Pretty fit body we played.
If they're watching Livy,
Aye.
that's sweet.
And a physical, the other physical.
Dundee played some great football against Celtic.
I just think they're a wee bit better than that.
No,
I've seen the highlights.
I thought, didn't they? Dundee, I mean, Celtic dominated, but when they got the ball, they sort of held on to it a wee bit. So
Right.
no many teams do that against Celtic. So, yeah, that's what I'm.
But it's deep.
So you're going for a draw?
I think it's going to well, aye.
This Coopman's, I don't think he's feeling this Coopman, is he?
not feeling
There's
it.
not much enthusiasm for it.
I'm
like to see it back in enthusiasm.
Big Charlie McGrew, we're going for Aberdeen v Dundee United. See, I'm keeping me away from Celtic Rangers, son.
Let's say Aberdeen. I don't even know why. I don't know.
That's Jim Goodman fact.
I know, Jim Goodwin just done it.
Aye.
Score?
2-1, Aberdeen.
Right. Hibs, Celtic. But you say humding.
I'm going to say Celtic 3-2, but I think, see with the Hearts at the minute, I think Hearts, that could be 4-0 Hearts. I think that could be a battering, by the way, I really do.
Tell you why.
I watched it Mirror last week.
I know, but they've got a new manager.
Who?
Stephen Robinson we spoke about at the start.
He's in the show.
Do you know what? I'll be tight now. You know, manager now.
So did you go say like 3-2 there?
3-2, 7-9.
Wow.
3-2.
How are the scoring going that?
Are we still alive? We still.
How are the scoring going that?
Hopefully.
I think Celtic are obviously travelling back for Norway.
We're talking about.
Hibs will be sensing that they'll go up 2-0.
Do you know, so Sean's travelling back
We'll go 2-0.
Celtic's there now, so the players will be alright.
Hibs will go 2-0.
Hibs just take a 2-0 lead.
Oh,
fuck off.
You're happy.
We'll see.
We'll see. Right, thanks, guys.